One of the most popular resources at CrossFit Chiltern is the Food Options Guide. This guide breaks down food based on nutritional quality. We're not saying good foods or bad foods, but we do show foods you want to have more of and foods to have less of. In this video, we'll go through that resource. The first section breaks down protein sources based on the amount of fat per ounce. The first section on the left is our lean proteins. They have between 0 and 2 grams of fat per ounce of protein, and these are the proteins we want to have most of with all of our meals and snacks. Examples include turkey breast, chicken breast, egg whites, bison, and some fish like snapper and salmon. The next section is our moderate fat sources of protein. They have between 3 and 4 grams of fat per ounce of protein, and we want to have these in moderation. Examples include ground turkey, full eggs, and sirloin. The last section is our high fat meats. These have 5 grams of fat per ounce of protein, and we want to have just a little bit of these or have them very occasionally. These are fattier sources of steak, like ribeye and bacon and sausages and things that are pretty indulgent that we might have as a treat once in a while. The next section is our non-starchy vegetables or our volume carbohydrates, and we want to load up with these. We actually want to eat these first when we are sitting down for lunch and dinner, and even snacks. You want to have as much of these as possible, as this is where we're getting our vitamins, minerals, and fiber. According to the plate method, we want to have half of our plate filled with these volume carbohydrates. Next, we have our healthy source of fat. Remember, fat is the most calorie-dense macronutrient. Macronutrients are the nutrients that provide us with calories. So you want to just have a little bit, because a little bit goes a long way. We're going to find nuts, seeds, oils, and avocados in this section. The next section is our starchy carbohydrates. These are organized into low, medium, and high glycemic carbohydrates. Glycemic index looks at how quickly your blood sugar spikes after having a certain food. When we have more fiber and less sugar, our body is not going to respond as fast. So we'll see these broken up into 3 sections. Like our protein, we're going to try to stick with the lower glycemic food, the foods that have lower sugar content but high fiber, vitamins, and minerals. The next section is our moderate or medium glycemic index carbohydrates, and then the last one is our high glycemic foods. You're going to see a red star next to those. We're going to have those as a treat once in a while, but not too much. When we think about our starchy carbohydrates, according to the plate method, we're going to have about a quarter of a plate coming from this section. On the food option guide, you'll also find some combination foods. Naturally, there are some foods that have protein, carbs, and sometimes fat in them, like eggs. Eggs have a protein and fat in them. To make a balanced snack or meal out of eggs, pair them with carbohydrates. We might make an omelette and add some non-starchy vegetables, but then we want to pair it with maybe a piece of fruit or a slice of toast. This way, we have all 3 macronutrients. We have protein, carbohydrates, and fats. So what should you do with the food options guide? My recommendation is to print it out, go through and circle or highlight all the foods you love to have every single day. Those foods that you think that you might enjoy in a breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snacks. Then put it on the fridge. It's going to be easy for you to make a balanced meal, pairing protein, carbs, and fats together. Where we can easily see and visualize all the foods that we like in each category, give the food option guide a try, and then ask your coach if you have any questions. Thank you.